Hi, I'm Ron Jones from the Lean Berets. I'm a credentialed physical education teacher, kinesiologist, and corporate wellness coach, which just means I have some good training to keep people in the game for life. I'm here to talk to you about a nice new tool from the Souplace company. It's a handmade kettlebell made out of leather, and these are handmade in Bulgaria, and we've been using them for quite a few months now to experiment with different types of patterns, more of a circular and figure eight. So I do have the classic hardstyle training from Pavel and the RKC. So I have that background, and the fundamentals will apply here today in what you see, but I'm not here to teach you all the details and nuances of doing a deadlift, a swing, clean and press, and snatch. I'm going to assume that you know that, or you'll go to a certified instructor hands-on and get that type of training. But I want to show you how we can use a leather kettlebell with less threat to get into some more creative patterning. So just to give you an overview of what the basic patterns are with the kettlebell and a couple of new ones, we're going to get into a single arm swing. Here's my classic stance, shoulder packed. This is something a little bit different. It's a figure eight pass. Some people haven't done that. It's a little less threatening with a leather kettlebell. If I tag my calf or knee, it's not a big deal with a leather kettlebell. This one only weighs 8 pounds. This is a clean and a press. So I'm not using pressurized breathing. This is not hard style, but the fundamentals apply. I've got a parallel stance. My wrist is straight. It's in the rack. Full extension, vertical line. Shoulder still packed, but soft, okay? So it's a swing, clean, and press. And we can go into a snatch movement. The fundamentals apply. I'm still hip hinging. I'm punching my fist under the bell, and it's not banging my forearm. And then we'll get into a little flip switch. So for people that sit at the computer all day, having a little bit of extra hand agility can be really good for them. Little high hand-eye coordination. From the side, it's just a little toss and a catch. There's a whole world of kettlebell juggling, and that's fine, but in a corporate world, the benefit to risk ratio is not optimal for us. Here's a snatch, here's a swing, here's a clean, a press, and again, I'm not crushing my fist, I'm not pressure breathing, it's only 8 pounds. I don't need to create extra tension. The idea with the leather kettlebell is to release tension, okay? So here's something that's a little bit different that we can do with the leather safely, is we can go from a front snatch, traditional snatch, to a side snatch movement. So you'll see me, I've got a little softness in my knees because what I'm doing is I'm doing my best to work out any flat spots. So I want to cast the bell out and absorb and come back. I'll overemphasize a little bit here, so I don't get a clunk in a linear line in that. I want to work on circular patterns because circular figure eight patterns, history tells us, are more restorative, or they can be. So that's a side snatch. Here's a high pass. And now I can snatch on the other side. A very nice movement. It's really helped my shoulders, even with a light amount of weight. A high pass, and to the other side. From the side, side snatch, high pass, side snatch, high pass, and side snatch. Another move that we'll use with a leather kettlebell is a toss transition. So I can side snatch and side toss and then come back and snatch from this side. Side toss, side snatch. So the idea with the tossing is to help people with hand-eye and a little hand agility. So those are the basic kettlebell movements that you would see oftentimes with a metal kettlebell. And then a few thrown in that we're using with the leather kettlebell that are very circular and and more a figure 8 type pattern. And they're a lot of fun. These come from Suples. Again, they're handmade in Bulgaria. The light one is about 120 bucks. They go up from 8 pounds to 18 pounds, then 25 and 30. After a couple months of playing with the 8, I'm moving up to the 18. Don't be fooled, because they can deliver a very deep training benefit if you work in these patterns long enough. They're fun. It allows me to explore different movement patterns that I would not be apt to do with a metal kettlebell. I've used the 16 kilo, 35 pound metal kettlebell for all those drills, but I would not recommend that to the general population. It's just too hard to control. But you know what? My grandma's purse weighed more than this kettlebell. So it's a great place to learn, very non-threatening. And we hope that it helps you. Watch the other videos where we combine different movements into a little routine that you can follow at home. Thank you.